pack for Coda. I'll do a brief overview of what this pack is capable of. There's a good number of functions loaded in here, and I don't think I'll be able to touch on them all. But this pack will integrate with your Mapbox account and requires an account token in order to get set up. I recommend creating an account token specifically for Coda with the following scopes. You can also supply a username optionally, and this just kind of makes for a easier experience when grabbing things like styles and tile sets. There's good documentation here with examples for all the formulas, actions, and tables on this account, or in this pack. But you can also look at the example doc here. I am using the editor version since it's connected with my account. There's a brief overview of what this pack is about. For the most part, this has drawn inspiration from the Mapbox playgrounds, and I've essentially recreated all 5 of these within Coda. There's a few limitations, but for the most part, the functionality is there. So search is likely going to be the most common usage of this pack, and it allows you to search either a place name and retrieve results, or you can optionally reverse geocode by putting in coordinates, and it's smart enough to know which is which and look for either. In this example, we're limiting results to 2, and I'm also grabbing a static image with a pin dropped for our search location. There's a lot of parameters that you can use with this, nearly all optional, but you can filter based off of the type of results. You can limit to certain countries. IP is my preferred use for the proximity parameter because it biases results that are closer to you. I'm on the West Coast, so this shows before Portland, Maine. Next up, we have a couple of navigation APIs to grab directions. You can specify between 25 waypoints, and within the example docs you can see how I've set things up. I'm trying to make use of every possible parameter, though that's often not needed within your own docs, and you can really decide how granular you want to take this. Next up is isochrones. So we specify a center point, and what an isochrone will do is generate the area that one could travel given a certain time or distance, and a mode of travel. So it's going to be considerably smaller for walking. Once again, this is being shown on a static image. Let's go to that next. So the static images are probably it probably has the most parameters of any formula in this pack. But what makes it unique is that it allows you to add overlays on a visual. So if you're using overlays, an auto position will, as this demonstrates, shape the image to contain all of your overlays. You could alternatively specify a latitude, longitude, and a zoom to more manually adjust the window, or supply a bounding box. You can use these with any of the Mapbox styles or custom styles associated with your account. Similar to the static image is the HTML embed. The difference being this is interactive. We can pan, we can zoom. There's even a geocoder up here that we can use to search. However, this is not Mapbox GL, so we can't, for example, programmatically add overlays, routes, pins, etc. And there's no sort of interactivity with clicking. However, you can serve your custom styles, and that makes this a good way to view complex data sets that you're managing in Mapbox already. There's limited functionality within this pack for pulling in and syncing your different data sets that you have on your account. Here I have a data set called service areas, and we can actually pull up all the different features. Future functionality that's planned is to turn data sets into tile sets, which you can then serve from a style. And these are useful references for other formulas. So you can do things like create a control like this to pull in all the possible styles and change them very quickly. The last of the playground, the Mapbox playgrounds that I've recreated here is the tile query. So this is very similar to geocoding, but instead of searching or querying based off of coordinates or a name, you look for a center point and find features within a given radius around it. Once again, I'm making use of the static image API to show pins of all of our results. I'm looking to provide long-term support for this. If you run into any issues or have suggestions for improvements, please visit the feedback tab and let me know. Thank you very much.